Hi everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to run WordPress on Ubuntu operating system using Apache as its web server. So let's get started. First, let's update our system repository using apt-get update command or apt update command. Next, we need to install these dependencies: Apache2 for our server, PHP, PHP FPM instead of mod PHP. However, if you prefer to install mod PHP instead of PHP FPM, you can still install mod PHP. Lastly, we need to install PHP MySQL extension as well, since we are going to use MySQL Server for our database. Enter Y for yes to continue with the installation. Now to check if Apache has installed successfully in our system, we can use the loopback address in the search bar. As you can see, the Apache2 default page is confirming that Apache has installed successfully in my machine. Next, we need WordPress to download in our machine, but let's navigate to the Apache web root directory. If you check the permission of this directory, as you can see, the owner is root. So in order to use this directory, first we need to change the ownership to web server system user, which is www-data, or you can give access to yourself as well. But I'm gonna use the web server system user. So let's do that now. Now, if you check the status of the permission again, you should see the same result as mine. Now, let's download the WordPress file directly from their website using the wget command. Next, we need to extract this file using tar command. Now you should see a new folder with a name WordPress inside the HTML folder. Now, before we proceed to the next step, let's remove the tar file and the HTML default welcome page to keep clean our directory. Now we need to edit the config file for our virtual host. But first, let's navigate to the virtual host files path. The location is under our server Apache2. Now, if we ls the sites available folder, you should see the default config file. But in order to hook this config file to the WordPress folder, first let's make a copy of it. Then we will edit the copied file. Now you can open the new config file that we have created using your choice editor. Now I'm gonna clean all the information from this file and paste the script that I have prepared for this tutorial. You can also use this script, but make sure you have the correct host name or the server name, or if you use IP address, make sure you put the correct IP address. Also, you need to edit the file path for the document root and directory. Needs to be the same with your file path. So make sure you verify the path before you exit from this file. Now let's enable our new site using this script. Let's also reload the Apache service. Now, if you refresh the page, you should get the same result as mine. As you can see, in order to continue with the configuration, we need a database first. So let's install MySQL Server. Enter Y for yes to continue with the installation. Let's also run MySQL Secure installation script to implement the basic security rules on our MySQL Server. Enter Y for yes to set up password validation component during the creation of any password. Enter 2 for strong password enforcement. We don't want anonymous users to use our database, so enter Y for yes. We also don't want remote root login, so enter Y for yes. You can also remove test database. Now enter Y again to reload the privileged tables. Now, to check if MySQL instance is running or not, we can use this command. You can press Q to quit from this screen. Now, let's log into the MySQL instance using sudo command. Next, let's create a database for our WordPress site. We also need a WordPress user, so let's create a user as well. As you can see, it flags error because my user password doesn't meet the password complexity requirements. So let me fix that first. Now let's grant access to our user WordPress database so that he can perform any tasks in the WordPress database. Now refresh the browser to continue with the configuration process. Enter the MySQL database name we have just created, the same with our username and password. You can leave the database host name and table prefix as is and click submit. As you can see, the WordPress has generated a config PHP file for us. So let's create a new file with the name wp-config.php inside WordPress folder. So let's first navigate to the directory. Now, if I check the WordPress folder, as you can see, I don't have the wp-config.php file inside of this folder. So let's create that now. Now open the new file using your choice editor. Now copy and paste the script. Save it and exit. Now click Run the Installation tab. We are on the last step to create our new WordPress site. So give name to your site. Create a new user as well. Please don't use the MySQL database user here. Copy this password as you need it later for login to this site. Enter your email address and this will help you to set up your password in case if you forget it. Now click Install WordPress. Now you can log in using your WordPress credentials that you have created. Thank you for watching.